I believe that if I work,
really work, then an 85 grade point average is nothing. Piece of cake.
I believe that if I give it my all,
really apply myself.
There is no reason I should skip or be late for school.
I believe in my teachers.
I believe in my school.
I believe that attitude is everything.
I believe.
I believe.
I believe in me.
EIF Champions of Change is focused on starting working with middle school students to begin to prep for college. Part of that genesis is realizing that the high school dropout issue is really a middle school issue, and if we can affect kids at the middle school, then we've got a greater likelihood of helping them successfully transition into high school, ultimately do well there and go to college.
It begins with a challenge. Raise your grades, have perfect attendance, respect your school, succeed on all 3 levels, and you will be rewarded. This is a story about believing and how Education is Freedom believes that dropping out of school is the wrong path. Sadly, for most kids, that path starts in 6th, 7th, and 8th grades.
Well, we think that psychologically kids get frustrated and drop out of school mentally in middle school, although legally they can't drop out until they get to high school. And the biggest dropout rate is that transition from the 8th to the 9th grade, going into the 10th grade.
A lot of students don't know what they want to be when they grow up. And this is where it takes the adults to help guide them. And if we don't bridge the gap with education and what's ahead of them, we will absolutely lose them to the streets.
So here's where the story gets really good.
I'm here to celebrate the students when they do well and really just open the world up to them so that they can realize that there are opportunities and options available to them.
The Education is Freedom Champions of Change program touches DISD middle school students directly. Kevin Melanson, the Education is Freedom middle school liaison, holds weekly roundtable discussions with students. It's about getting inspired. It's about setting goals. It's about achieving.
I've seen students grow up and be able to have discussions with their parents about motivation, about responsibility, about going to college, about choosing a college. So there's really a transformation not only for the student, but for the student's family, the community, the school community. We've really been able to make an impact, but it's all because these students are deciding that they want to do better.
And students have. At each school participating in the Champions of Change program, grades are up. Test scores are rising, attendance is consistent, and the culture has changed. And that is something to celebrate. EIF kids celebrate their accomplishments with games and prizes, like laptops, iPods, gift cards, but most of all, Champions of Change celebrations are about recognition.
Well, I think the emotional impact is not only the giving of that laptop or some other incentive, but the public celebration of that kid in front of his or her peers, and their peers applauding and congratulating that kid on good behavior, on good academics.
You can see the twinkle in their eyes when they come to the lunch round tables. You can see the twinkle in their eyes when they walk around the campus and say, "Hey, Mr. Kevin, hey, Mr. M." You can clearly see they get it.
The schools are having better academic performance, the students are doing better individually, and we're seeing a more prepared student and a more successful student transition into high school, also understanding that EIF is at that high school.
In the end, the program's success is defined by kids 11, 12, 13 years old. They are kids who believe, kids who achieve, kids on a path to higher education.
I believe.
I believe.
I believe.
Education can free you into being whatever you want to be.
Education is freedom. Education is freedom from poverty. It gives them the freedom to go out and do anything that they want to do.